If I could welcome on stage Dr. Rakesh Chopra. Dr. Rakesh, coming. Okay. Do we have Spryte in the house? Spryte? Yes! Do you stop clapping? And Spryte's coming. Oh my God. Please welcome Spryte Loriano, the Chief Executive Officer of the Legacy Life Productions, coming all the way from Ecuador. Woo! Welcoming Dr. Thamizhachi Thangapandian. Are you with us, Doctor? Yes. Welcoming Dr. Rakesh Chopra on the stage. Welcoming you, sir. Creating and standing up for the diversity in the room and the brotherhood. Welcoming a parliamentarian, a member of parliament from Chennai South Constituency. It's an absolute honor to be joined by the gracious presence welcoming Marguerite Melman. Marguerite, are you with us? She fell ill, sorry. Healing vibes to her. And if we could also have on stage K.R.ShivaShankari. Welcoming K.R.ShivaShankari, the General Secretary of Women Advocates Association. It's an honor welcoming you. To initiate this discussion on understanding the practical ways to shine, I welcome Dr. Rakesh Chopra, a visionary strategist and a profit mentor who combines a unique mix of science, spirituality, and business management. Over to you, sir. It's too quiet. Thank you, Leslie. You're in charge. Make this room a little noisy, okay?
Thank you. Thank you, Mansi. She is Mansi Mahajan. And Mahajan means who give money. I'm grateful to Mamta for inviting me to Madurai. And I'm feeling so honored and blessed with the goddess of Women Economic Forum, Harbin is here. In this competitive world, people have no time to develop. They only want tips. What is a tip? T-I-P. When you go to a restaurant, you give tip to the waiter. At what time? Along with the order or along with the bill? When you give along with the bill, it is the emperor is happy, so take the gift. But what is tip? T-I-P, to improve performance. So tip must be given before the work starts. So here I am sharing with you the tip to improve profit. I'm a profit mentor. I'm helping ambitious entrepreneurs multiply profits without investing money, without stress, and without struggle. If you want to add a zero to your profit, then it is important to work on a different plan. What you have been doing for last 20 years, if you keep on doing same right now, you will get same results. So it is important to work on a different plan. And the first part of plan is, we have a matrix like unique and valuable. On vertical unique, on horizontal is valuable. If you are neither unique and nor valuable, you are 0. If you are unique but not adding value, then again 0. Nobody wants it. But if you are adding value but not unique, then what happens? Adding value, people need your products, your services, but you are not unique. In that case, there is competition on price. You can't charge more. If you want to excel in life, it is important for you to be unique and valuable at the same time. Just focus how you can be unique in adding value. Then money is no problem. If I help somebody add a 0 to their profits, from 1 million it becomes 10 million, they won't mind paying me. It is 10 times more, 1000%. So if you want to add value to your profits, first of all, work on something unique in your life, in your product, in your contribution, and then develop a proper system, the method, the route to achieve that. It is very easy to earn 1 rupee or $1 or £1. Very easy. If you earn $1 for the first month, and 2 second month, 4 third month, 8 fourth month, and so on, making it double every time. Starting 1, then 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, 256, and so on, how much it becomes after 3 years. At the end of 36 months, starting from 1, it becomes, any idea? 34 billion. Starting 1, 34 billion in just 3 years. But if your first is correct, your method is correct to achieve the first, then you can go on replicating 1, 2, 4, and you achieve it. When you go to temple, there's a bell. After offering prayers, there's a bell that confirms that God has listened to you. Now go. Here again, there's a bell. Please go. So thank you very much for giving a musical message. I wish you all the best. And to all the participants here, all the delegates, I offer 2 complimentary profit strategy mentoring sessions if you are committed to yourself. My contact details are with Mamta. You can ask her, and I am committed to you. I wish you all the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Rakesh, for your generous offer. We're going to be calling you. But also thank you for really shining the light on the fact that the abundance is waiting. So helping us to step into that infinite abundance, because it's there for our taking. We just have to shine. Am I right? Yes. Thank you. Don't stop. Good. because I am welcoming our next speaker, who is an international and global humanitarian. She's someone who has spearheaded and been instrumental in creating 3 of the largest food distribution drives in the United States of America. She is the CEO of Awakening Giants, of Legacy Life Productions, and I'll let you meet her now. Please join me in welcoming Spryte Loriano. Please put your hands together for this lovely lady.
Hello, darling.
Thank you.
What I'm about to tell you might be the most important thing you hear today, and you might not like it, but I hope it will inspire you and set a fire in your heart to bring forward every bit of practical steps that you can take to serve humanity and invigorate nature every day. That's my shine. Serve humanity, invigorate nature every day. Tom Chi, who is the founder and creator of Google X, Google Glass, says, if consciousness does not outpace technology in the next 2 decades, we are done as a human race. And I don't know how to stress this more importantly. We are done. End quote. Right now is the most important and critical time on the planet to shine, to reshape, to resculpt, and that's why we are here. I'm going to give you a few practical ways that I have on my journey done the impractical. Tom Chi says we need to be ridiculous, actually. And I say we need to be impractical. Truthfully, we need to do both in order to shift the trajectory of where we already are into the world that we know, that we can all create. In 1998, I had a multi-million-dollar life, and it crashed all around me. And instead of rebuilding my multi-million-dollar life, I instead reinvented a life, and I became a waitress. And what that did was it gave me an opportunity to dive into all the aspects of myself I didn't know I had. I became an artist at 31. I discovered my healing abilities, and it allowed me to reshape myself. And in 2006, I had a vision to feed 3 million children in 33 days. I had never done anything like that before. I didn't know how to do that. But I asked for support. I asked for help from people that maybe knew or didn't know how to do it either. But then I included everyone. I said, please come join. If you care about children that don't have anything to eat right now, please come join us. And in 33 days, we fed 1.2 million children. In 2016, I joined with another woman, and together we empowered 100 women to get clean water to others around the world. And how we empowered them was by saying, find 10 other women. Ask those 10 other women to find 10 other women and inspire them to ask for 10 donations of $50. In 30 days, we brought water to almost 300,000 people, and now it's almost 1 million. Ask for support. Include everyone. What I did when I discovered my artist and my healing gifts, that was me nurturing myself. It was me nurturing, that's the N in shine, right? It was me nurturing my possibility that I didn't know that was there, because I grew up to be the business earner and the money maker and the business builder. But we're all we all have so many gifts. We have so many blessings, right? So I did the S, I did the N, I did the I, I did the E. Harmony is the last one, right? So what I'm doing right now is creating a reality TV show that is creating consciousness in a space where there is none. 65% of all the people on the planet are watching reality TV, okay? And there's no consciousness in that space. So what we're doing is we are inspiring a new world through conscious media to create that tipping point of consciousness on the planet. And you can join us, if you want to, at awakeninggiants.tv. The last thing I'm going to leave you with is this. I would need to ask you, what is that masterpiece inside of you, that giant masterpiece that is asking to emerge? Please allow it to emerge. The world needs you. Thank you.
Thank you, Spryte. I want to take a moment to think and thank a shining light who enabled us to connect. Didi Wang out there, who we are missing here today, but I know she's made this beautiful gift of putting us all together. So to all of us, to our collectiveness, and to the work that you are doing in awakening that gigantic force of nature within each of us. Thank you for being here with us. And Team USA, you rock. Thank you. I'd like to invite Dr. Thamizhachi Thangapandian, who's the Member of Parliament from Chennai South Constituency in India, to please join us to share a few words. Ma'am.
Vanakkam. It's my pleasure to be here, part of this panel, to share the life journey which has proudly placed me before you as a parliamentarian. But my journey, journey of 1,000 miles, has to begin with a small step. I was born in a village just an hour drive from Madurai. We call it as Mallanginaru. It is a village which mostly depend on the rains. It is an arid black soil, not a fertile one, but that's where I was born, and I began my journey in a small classroom which wasn't actually fully equipped on not a properly cemented floor, with a floor covered with mud. I was sitting like a small girl, like those one. உங்களை போல இப்போ உட்கார்ந்துருக்கிறீங்க இல்லைங்களா, ரெட்டச்சடை போட்டு அந்த இடத்துல, அந்த மாதிரி மண்மெழுகிய ஒரு தரையில் என்னுடைய வாழ்க்கையை ஆரம்பித்த ஒரு கரிசக்காட்டு தமிழச்சி நான். And when Aristotle was teaching to his disciples that women are subjective to men, it was one female by name Antigonus who, in the disguise of a man, took to the study of medicine, because those days women were not allowed to take their part in the medicine, in the field of medicine. So when he was teaching that women were subjective, subordinate human beings to men, it was a woman who took the bold step in the disguise of the man, and she is till date rated as the first woman doctor in the history of the world. And that was a story that inspired me in the beginning. And it was Robert Burns who wrote, "Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one that has been less traveled by, and that has made the difference." And I want to share the story of two women who has actually inspired me in this journey. I began my career as an academician. An academician, a professor, is always a professor. I never retired from teaching. Teaching and a medical doctor are not professions being weighed by the fee you get or the monthly salary you get. It is a way of your life. A teacher or a doctor never retires. So I never retire. I began my career as an academician, professor of English, and I'm basically proud to introduce myself as a vernacular poet. As my name suggests, Thamizhachi Thangapandian. நான் தமிழிலே என்னுடைய கரிசல் காட்டு மொழியிலே கவிதைகள் எழுதுகின்ற பெண். I always place my dialectical poems in vernacular literature, a marginal writing which is kept against the canonical empirical writing. Now it is time for us, the marginal people, to speak against the empire. We, the post-colonial women, writers, academicians, entrepreneurs, we always prove ourselves to rise our voice against whatever has been established as center, and now we are rewriting our history, be it in the field of literature, arts, or in the entrepreneurial arena. Two women. One is my grandmother by name Velu Nachiyar, who spoke against power. My grandmother is known for her street fighting capacity. Always. I come from a village wherein street fighting or what you call as wapari, I always see these spaces as catharsis for women. We don't have any coffee clubs. We don't have any spaces to express ourselves. So, like these are the spaces for our village women to express them. So, themselves in a very closed circle or probably in the public arena also. Once when my grandmother was indulging in such a street fight, the district collector happened to pass by that side, and whoever was indulging in the fight with my grandmother, they were supposed to pave the way clear for the collector, and they did it as per their instruction. The collector, since he happened to be a collector, stepped outside the car and wanted to know what's happening, because as a collector he is supposed to know. And then he stepped out and then asked, in any ways, can I be of help to you? For that my grandmother replied, I suppose. This was a first-hand account given to me by the collector after the death of my grandmother. So when the collector went and inquired, can I be of any help to you? My grandmother replied, we heard that you are a very powerful man like a Tahsildar. For us, Tahsildar is the topmost officer. For us, a sub-inspector is more powerful than an IG. That's how we villagers, we always believe. So I heard that you are a very top-rank officer. Somebody told me that we are disrupting the way by creating a havoc in the street. So we just cleared the traffic. There ends the matter. You don't have any right to ask about my personal things. I need not explain for which we are fighting. It is my personal matter. Why do you want me to discuss my personal things to you? She was never educated in Harvard. In fact, she was not even a graduate, but she had the guts to express her opinion with all self-respect before power. That was one example. Another one is about a floor-selling woman by name Sendurukam. Sendurukam means this vermilion mark, with kungumam we South Indian women, we always put kungumam in our forehead. Sendurukam is the dialectical word for that vermilion mark, with the red pottu we call it. She makes a living by selling flowers, and always there is a belief that Sumangalis, like when you get flowers from the Sumangalis. Sumangalis are people, they are not, just opposed with the widows. It is a popular belief that it gives you a good thing if you receive your flowers from the Sumangalis. This Sendurukam has lost her husband, but she doesn't bother about all those things. She always sport a big Sendurukam bindi and continues a way of selling flowers. When somebody asked her, aren't you not supposed to remove your Chandrukam because you lost your husband? This was the reply. I watched her saying this as a small girl. She said, I grew up sporting different kind of bindis. And husbands may come and husbands may go. வீட்டுக்காரங்க வருவாங்க வீட்டுக்காரங்க போவாங்க டிவோர்ஸ் நடக்கலாம் எல்லாம் நடக்கலாம். But the bindi always stays with me. And why should I have to forgo this bindi since I lost my husband? Mark me, friends, ladies and gentlemen, these are women with a village wisdom, not knowledgeable through education. They may not be rich. They may not have the empowerment of education, but they grew up with the wisdom and with the self-respect which the village life has taught them. And they taught me the power of self-respect, the power of speaking against any authority, and the power of putting your foot down and choosing your path. That's how I chose to be an academician, a theater person, and now that's how I am one among the 78 women parliamentarians, record history in Delhi. So the story it begins from a humble beginning. Dear girls, dear students, அங்க உட்கார்ந்திருக்க உங்களுக்கு தான் சொல்றேன். நீங்க கூட இப்ப தேங்காய் எண்ணெய் தடவிட்டு உட்கார்ந்திருக்கலாம். நான் சமயத்துல தலையில வேப்ப எண்ணெய் கூட தடவிட்டு உங்களை மாதிரி உட்கார்ந்திருக்கேன். So I began my life from there, from that point. So you can just come and address one day like me in this platform. Had you had this spark and passion with you, thank you, all the women entrepreneurs and the World Economic Forum for giving me this opportunity to share my story. And I would be happy if it had been an inspiration to quite at least a few students who have gathered here. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your inspiring, compelling, and empowering words, stories, and presence. And I think we'd agree, right? So much power in her words and presence. Thank you for being with us. Thank you. I'd like to invite our last speaker for this session, invite K.R.ShivaShankari to please share a little bit of her journey with us. She's the General Secretary of Women Advocates Association. Welcoming you.
Good morning. Good morning to everyone and my dear sisterhoods. This day, today, the Taj Hotel of Madurai is the powerful place compared to anywhere in this world. Do you all agree with me? Yes, it's true. A former Prime Minister, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, says that you can tell the condition of a nation with the success of a woman. Yes, the women from different fields, the successful women from different fields, and also a woman queued to be added in the successful women's list are all gathered here. So am I right? I'm right in saying that today the Taj Hotel is the powerful place anywhere in the world. I come from legal profession and I'm an advocate practicing at Madurai bench of Madras High Court. I get inspired by a High Court judge, first women High Court judge by name Justice Anna Chandy. She was the woman from the year 1929. She has been graduated as law degree. Before that, from the 19th century, I would like to quote that the first female advocate, I would say, from Madurai would be the Kannagi. Would all be knowing, no? She has come from the 5th century, this from the South Indian epic called Silapadigaram, where she has fought for her husband who has been falsely implicated for a theft. And she has argued for his husband and she has given the punishment immediately as she has fired the Madurai city. And she is the first women advocate from the Madurai. And if I take the Justice Anna Chandy, she was the first women judge appointed as a munsif, hail from the Trivandrum, where she was first thinking is that all were waiting that how can a woman be appointed as a judge. There, in those days, women were not even being allowed to educate. They were meant only for family pleasures. that is in the kitchen and the bedroom. No other ways where women were allowed. And she has been appointed as a first judge, and her foremost thinking is that I have been made as a test case. I should not be faltered. If I fail, I am not failing in my case. I would be doing disservice to the cause of women. With that determination, she proved and she paved the way for the women to enter into the field of judiciary. And with that determination, we all women should have the determination in our mind to achieve the success. If not me, who else? If not you, who else can do that? That determination, that ignition spark in our mind will make us to achieve what we feel. And I would like to quote a small 2 lines from made by Swami Vivekananda, the young monk of Hindu monk of India. That is, take up an idea, make it in your life, dream of it, think of it. The brain and body and every muscles of your body, think of that idea and you will achieve it. And with that note, I conclude my speech. Thank you.
Thank you. Take up one idea, make it your life. Live it, breathe it, inhale it, sleep with it. Let it immerse you in its entirety. Can we take that one moment to acknowledge that one idea that changed our lives? Can you take this moment to look inside your hearts and find that one idea, whether it came to you? Close your eyes if you like for a moment. ShivaShankari took us to a beautiful place. See if that idea is already breathing, being nurtured, or whether it's yet to sprout. Let it come into your vibrational field and breathe into it with every atom of your existence. Let's take a deep breath together as we energize this idea with our collective energies. When you open your eyes, have a big radiant smile on your face because you're shining with the light of that idea that is alive inside of you. Please join me in giving a warm round of applause to these wonderful speakers for sharing their hearts and their journeys and opening up their spirits for us to learn the lessons through their journeys. I'd like to invite Dr. Harbeen Arora as we honor. Yes, if I could invite Commander Swati also to join Harbeen in giving away the awards, it would be our honor. Please join us, Commander Swati. If I could invite Dr. Rakesh Chopra to accept his award, as we acknowledge you as an exceptional leader of excellence. Activation required from the students at this point. Thank you. Calling upon Spryte Loriano to accept this honor of an exceptional woman of excellence. As you change the way we view the world, creating consciousness, creating love and sisterhood. Inviting Dr. Thamizhachi Thangapandian to take away this honor as we bestow upon you the title of an exceptional woman of excellence at the Women Economic Forum in Madurai 2020. Calling on K.R.ShivaShankari to accept her award at the Women Economic Forum as an exceptional woman of excellence. Ladies and gentlemen, please be generous with your love and appreciation. I'd like to request all of us to come to the front of the stage. Come together in a group photo, please.